Y'all know what time it is? Back with another one. We're gonna call this one Accidental Breedings. I ain't seen too many accidental breeding videos. You gotta be a real one to make an accidental video. Most accidental breedings, y'all don't know about it. Y'all feeding the dogs, think it's bred one way and it's bred another way. But they want to sell you a dog, so they put it that it's bred a certain way. Like I said, you might see a few videos pop up now since I made an accidental video. But you'll never hear them talking about they got it from me. You know, you can believe that. I've seen a lot of videos pop up, people taking information from my videos and stuff like that, and you'll never hear my name on it. They'll act like they created it. But it's a lot of that going on, so ain't nothing new to me. That's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest flatteries you can do when people try to be like you. You know, so it's all good. But yeah, accidental breedings, we're going to get right into it. I'm back for y'all with another one. Alright. So, these dogs is brothers and sisters. You got a bluish, sealish one and a fawn red nose. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is another show and tell. See this dog right here? You'll never know this dog got a blue daddy. She take and breed this dog, the person I sold this dog to, she take and breed this dog to another red nose. They all come out with red noses. You won't never know the daddy. You be talking about blues ain't pit bulls. I don't like blues, and you feeding something that's a bulldog that you don't even know the granddaddy was a blue. So this is another. You know, my whole video is for the real ones. My whole videos is for the real ones, and it's ain't nothing but show and tell. Not no just talking. That's why you see little support. That's why you see little comments. That's why you don't hear about me. Because, you know, people start talking about the real one. Y'all know what happens to their stuff. So, but, you know, ain't nothing new. Like I said, this channel only for the real ones. So, appreciate the few that support and look at it. You know, we blowing up slowly. We bubble slowly. It's all good. All right. So, I don't know what this dog name was, but I ended up selling this dog because she didn't want the blue, and I was going to keep one of them. I was mad that the breed never happened, really. You know what I mean? But I shouldn't have been because they came out good, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This happened a while ago. But I kept that one and called that one Shine. And she is a bulldog. You hear me? I'm pretty sure this one is too. Person that came and got him wanted to give me more than what the dog was worth for me. I gave her some money back and was like, nah, just keep the dog and take care of the dog. Because, you know, she's supposed to have been sending me pictures and videos and stuff. And like I said, I got one video or two, and that was about it. Don't know what happened to the dog. But when I gave them the dog, they were so happy, tried to pay me more than the dog was worth, and hugged me and everything. They were good people, you know. But I guess that's why she was trying to give me extra money, because she knew she wasn't going to be sending me nothing. But so I should have took it, but you know, I don't do dogs, I don't do it for money, so it's all good. But the money I got for her, I ended up getting 2 dogs. That's how I got the dog. That's the mama to them puppies y'all seen up here, and the puppies that I just had and everything, and that's how I got her, and I got her sister, and still had money left over. So I basically got them for free, you know, other than just driving an hour and meeting the person. I drove an hour and my boy drove an hour, and I got the 2 dogs and still had money left over just for selling that one. All right. So yeah, that's them right there. That's them when they was little babies, you know. And she had more puppies than that. Like I said, Red Sonja ain't the best mama, and it's kind of my fault too, probably. I could have done better, maybe. I always blame myself too. Maybe to help her out or whatever. But that's the little cloth I used to put them on, you know. Excuse this cracked phone. I'm rough on phones, boy. See, she had more puppies. There she go, taking care of them. All blue. I thought she might have had got stuck to her brother, the daddy of the puppies, but you know, they both looked like they had a wear in the little area that in the cage, but it ended up being, you know, the blue. I was a little mad, but you know, it is what it is. That's how many puppies she had. She had quite a few, but a lot of them, like I said, died or whatever. Maybe I didn't keep them warm enough, or maybe she didn't do. Like I said, I blame me more than anything. But you know, and you see, she had one look like that. One red nose came out. They all were blue. And look at her. Lord have mercy. Look at her. Red nose. 100%. Show and tell. Y'all can't go off colors and looks. You got to know how the dog's bred. You got to look at the pedigrees. That's what papers is for. I can't stress it no more than y'all than show and tell. All blue dogs. A dark blue. That's her when she was pregnant. Big mama. Okay. Show and tell. Sir, when the puppies got a little older, it was 2. She took care of them real good. That's what happens when you put, for y'all zombies typing in there when y'all see the puppies, put something under him, this, that, and the other, puts her, why is she in the cage under the, when you got real dogs, this is what they do to stuff. See what I'm saying? For y'all zombies that don't know, that ain't never fed nothing like this, think y'all have, but you ain't. Champion bloodline real gang dogs. This is what they do to stuff. They tear up everything. That's why you can't put stuff in there. Okay? Show and tell. So if y'all didn't know, now y'all know. That's what she grew up to look like. Now this dog could have been bred, made a whole bunch of dogs, and people don't even know their daddy are blue. If y'all wondering what that spot is, that's my dog house. I got a whole nother house that I use for the puppies when I want to put them in there. I don't put them in there much because I like for them to be with me, so I can take videos and pictures and keep up with them. But if I want to, y'all the ones that y'all talking about, oh, they in cages and all that, they got a whole nother house. You stay in an apartment, my dogs got their own house. All right? So in case y'all didn't know. That's how they when they grew up and started getting a little bigger. That's my puppy house. Okay? Pretty dog. Pretty fun. And that's Shine. That's why I call it Shine. See how I coat Shine? That's not black. That's blue. It's a bluish seal color. It's a lot of colors y'all see in pedigrees. Y'all think the dog is black. It ain't black, it's blue. Pretty dog too. Look at that shine on that coat. That's what she turned up looking like. Trying to do this thing with one hand. Don't never work too good. I ain't worried about blowing it up. I just do it closer. That's not black. That's black. That's the one I got for the sister. It's one of the that's the mama that had the puppies. That's her sister. I got her and the mama that had the puppies for that one fawn one, and then had money left over. That's Shine again. See that? You can see that little shade of that look like dirt on it, but it ain't. It's that fawny kind of showing up, as she grow up, as she shed or whatever. It's a bluish, sealish, blackish color. That's black. That's why I'm showing y'all this so y'all can see the difference. It's hard to see. You gotta have good eyes. You can see it when the shedding come in and stuff. You can see it. That's Shine again. She got a freaky little color. You can see it right there. It might be a little dust on her, and she is a problem, let me tell you. She'll show me if y'all got some dogs or not. If you got a bulldog or not, she'll let me know. If she gets off, it is a problem. She can't get loose. Half blue, half game dog. All right, but that's what this video about. Accidental breedings. That's what she turned out to be. Good looking dog. All right. It's another picture of her right here. All right. It's a pedigree. Shine. I put it in there way in 2018. Accidental breeding, still solid breeding. Dame got loose and got in the sire when she was in heat, so it is what it is. So if anybody ever see when I breed her, if you come look up the pedigree, you're going to see what happened. It ain't nothing I'm trying to hide. I didn't like it when they first got puppies, but, you know, if I'd have known they were going to turn out that good, I wouldn't have been so mad, but it's kind of good. I guess it ain't nobody got them but me. One looked like that, and that one that sold the red nose when I sold her, that lady. You see He-Man, you see Red Sonja, Vodka, Raven, King, Miss Future. So this dog is real special. Besides that dog, I don't know what that red nose one, but as far as the blue one, it ain't no blue dog bred like this. Dog pretty much got everything I ever bred besides Queen in her. You know, she got my red nose line and my blue line. Everything but Queen Williams. So she's a real special dog. And I'm going to try to breed her, you know, and get some puppies off of it, breed her to a half brother to keep my blues going. Because like I said, I can't find no dogs that I want. I'd have to find them and make them work. But ain't no dogs out here like that I want to feed like that. You know, in my opinion. I got a different look on what dogs and what I want to feed than most people. All right, but y'all know I do it. I ain't done it in a while. That's why I'm the realest channel on YouTube. The paperwork. Okay. Vodka, Raven, Bonafide. Okay. He-Man, American Pit Bull Terrier, male, blue, black nose. Blues ain't pit bulls. Show and tell. Some of the craziest mess I ever heard when blues ain't pit bulls. Y'all hear it too much no more, do you? I wonder why. I won't get no credit for it though. Razor's Edge. Okay. That's why I put him in Bonafide, because I bred her to Miss the Red Sonja. I already showed Miss Red Sonja papers before on one of these videos, but I had to put him in there so I can get papers on the dog so I can sell the one I was going to sell, and keep the one I was going to keep. So y'all seen it live and in effect. 2014 was when He-Man was made. We in 2025. All right, y'all do the math. All right. When was this issued? 2020. Miss Mims done this. It won't since Bonafide in 12. Bonafide won't sold in 2020. All right. So that's how long I had it. Blues ain't pit bulls. All right. Miss Mims, there's some blues in Bonafide. Miss Mims just make sure they real pit bulls before she put them in there. Well, when she had it. I don't know what goes on Bonafide now. I have to see when I make some more papers and send some more papers off, but I was messing with Miss Mims. That's who I did business with. All right, but just so y'all can see, show and tell. The only person on the internet showing y'all papers, showing y'all dates. Get less views, less likes, and less comments. Like I said, the realer you are, the more they hate. Get used to it if you a real one. If you a fake one, you're going to have plenty of friends and everybody going to like you because you like them. All right. Now, we're at 15 minutes. We ain't going to try to take too long with this, but like I said, we're going to get these videos popping because I know I ain't put one out in a while, so that's why I'm going to do one today for y'all. All right, so let's break down her pedigree. Like I said, she is a bulldog. Look at her. Look at that cute little innocent face. She is a problem. All right. So like I said, the daddy is He-Man. That's He-Man right there. That's his pedigree I just showed y'all. Bulldog. Blues ain't pit bulls. Look at that bully, y'all. All right. That's the pedigree I just showed you. I showed you the papers. Like I said, if you see this without the papers, it don't mean nothing until you see the papers to match up with it. Y'all see the matching up? Y'all see it? This without the papers means nothing. You see the papers, then you match up this, then that means something. You can go in there and put a son-off Chinaman if you want to and put your name up there if you pay your money. And it's just as fake as a $3 bill. But when you got your papers to match up this, that's how you know it's real. Okay? Red Sonja. All right. Very nice bred dog. All right, so let's do a quick recap. We at 16 minutes. Let's do a recap on what this is. So, like I said, it's best to kind of start from the second generation, the quarter it down to get a quarter of what's in the dogs. I done all these dogs pedigrees. So if y'all new people, look through the videos. Look at King Williams, BB Williams, Vaca Williams, Blue Funk's Vaca Williams, King Williams, Miss Few. Go look at their videos if you want to get a detailed about what this is. But this is just a gist on what Shine is. So y'all can see why she a bulldog. Okay. We'll start from Miss Future first. Okay. Miss Future. All right. Got all that Beach Boy spiky stuff, that Garner stuff, Frisco Chinaman stuff in her. Got all that Waccamaw Big John, Yellow John stuff. Okay. Got that Nasty Boys Capone stuff. That's burned Stumpy stuff. So heavy yellow dog, heavy red boy Jocko dog, with the red boy with the spiky stuff, the spike stuff, the Chinaman Frisco. That's what Miss Future is. You can go look up her video. I done a video on her. You want the breakdown of her. All right. Show and tell. That's just a quarter of her blood. Of Shine blood. We just at a quarter now. All right. Now, King Williams. All right. Come off my King Junior Williams. Come off my King Williams and BB, my classic breeding everybody want. The blood everybody want some of. All that heavy stony stuff, Cotton's Bullet stuff, Molly B stuff. You know, Eli, Hargrove's Rufus, Midnight Cowboy stuff. With the Champion Image stuff. And the Mims Honey, all that Red Boy Marlowe stuff. Double bred. With a little outcross and more Bullet and more Zebo and Eli. You know, feel free to check out the videos if you want to see the breakdowns of the dogs. This is just a show and tell of what's making Shine for y'all. I ain't gonna be here all day repeating myself. That's what I did the videos for, so you can go look at them at your own discretion. Well, I just want to show and tell. Okay? That's just 50% of her bottom side. That's where Red Sonja coming from. That's making Shine. Now we'll look at the top part that made her blue. Okay? We got He-Man, of course, we done went to. Blue Funk's Vaca. That's him. Okay? All that Razor's Edge, John Gotti. UZ Watchdog. Wine Garner stuff. The Chaos. Razor's Edge, West Side Capone stuff. That Amstaff Staffshire Terrier blood. That's what this is. Heavy Amstaff Staffshire Terrier blood. crossed with pit bull stuff. It ain't no bully. Okay? Show and tell. Alright. That's old vodka. So we done seen 75% of what made Shine Shine. And then we got Raven, the last quarter. Okay? You can see her topside Hogs Razor got the game dog stuff bred in her, kind of like Shine do. So it's clicking just like that. All that stuff, you can go look at Raven video. I done Raven's videos. Go check them out. But that's some of that game dog stuff crossed in there. The Rendon's Rocky and the Woods Buster and all that stuff. Froster's Buck and all that. That's the game dog stuff. A lot of game dog stuff crossed in there. Then you got more of the Gotti and some Razor's Edge stuff in there, and some, Champion Tularoo Hilltop and Champion Bart stuff, Amber's Delight stuff. Like I said, some Champion Amstaff UKC AKC stuff coming down off of. Alright. So that's what makes her. That's what made Shine. Okay. That's what made her. So hopefully I'll start breeding her. I got to put her in a stand. Most of my dogs I got to put in stands. So, I do everything myself. I'm hands-on. I ain't got no workers or nothing. So it depends on when I feel like putting them in stands and doing all that stuff and working and trying to make sure you got to train them and make sure they don't hurt themselves and all this. A big thing when you got to put them in stands. But when you got real working game dogs, that's how you got to do them a lot of times. Or you won't do no breedings. Or you might get hurt, or they might get hurt because you're doing too much trying to restrain them. Alright? But that's what we got here. That's the pedigree. Now, just so y'all can see a little bit more, we had 22 minutes. I guess I can do a quick little third generation hit. So we can see 6th generation, because I told you start at the 2nd generation to get a gist of what's bred. And to me, if you try to get if you don't know the dogs, I know the dogs, so it won't no need for me to, and I already got the 6th generation of He-Man, so it ain't no need for me to get another 6th generation from Bonafide. I mean, I did my dog, so I just got it so I can make sure the papers, have the papers. But let's do a quick 6th generation of what she is. Okay. West Coast Joe. See all that Clover Hill stuff and Razor's Edge, Throwing Knuckles, Gray Line stuff. Razor's Edge. Who else showing y'all Razor's Edge stuff in 2025? Y'all, I'll wait with receipts. Alright. We got Blue Funk's Vodka and Gotti stuff with one click. Alright. Watchdog stuff with one click. Wine Gardener stuff with one click. Alright. So we just checked on West Coast Joe and Blue Funk's pairs. We're going to do Razor. That stuff is unknown. That's game dog stuff. I know I went over it in the videos. Go check them out. Some more Throwing Knuckle, Razor's Edge stuff. Wild Side stuff. LeBlanc stuff. Snooty stuff. Yarbo, Too Tough. Frost, Al Capone stuff. Easton's. Okay. That's Hog's Razor. Hog's Princess. More the Gray Line stuff. York stuff. Okay. Gotti stuff. Alright. We're just looking at 6th generation to 7 generations right here. Alright. And then we're going to go go to we looked at the top side, now let's look at the bottom side. All right, we got King Williams. All right, all that Stony stuff, all that champ, all that Bullet stuff, Bullet Molly B snooty stuff. With a little bit of that Honey Bunch stuff in there. All right, and then the Hargroves Rufus stuff, the Midnight Cowboy stuff, crossed with more Bullet and Molly B. All right. So that's why she's a firecracker like that. You got BB, Champion and McMim stuff. All right, Zebo stuff and Eli stuff, more Bullet in there. All right, Solomon Grande, the Beach Boy Spiky stuff, Frisco Chinaman stuff. Okay. And we got Xena. Straight Yellow John, Red Boy Jocko, Chinaman, Stumpy. Little Jeep Honey Bunch in there. Heavy Wakama. Okay. So yeah. That's why she's a firecracker. That's why she can't get loose. That's why she a problem. Came out real good. Old Shine. Accidental breedings. Show and tell. Only the real ones gonna make a video like this. If you know, you know. That was short and sweet. 27 minutes. Tune in for another video. We got one coming when I get a chance. Sorry it took me so long, but like I said, I'll be busy. I done put some shorts up there for y'all a little bit, showing y'all nature, the animals and stuff like that, giving out good energy. But we back to the Bulldogs again, show and tell. All right, another video coming soon. Peace.